Most people think they're doing everything right. They eat their vegetables, they walk a few times a week, and they've heard apple cider vinegar is good for them, so they pour a quick shot, tilt their head back, and swallow. But here's the problem. If you're over 60 and you're drinking apple cider vinegar this way, you might be doing more harm than good. In fact, you could be silently sabotaging your circulation, your energy, and even your intimacy without even realizing it. You see, apple cider vinegar isn't some magical potion that works no matter how you take it. It's a powerful tool, but only when used the right way, at the right time, and in the right combination. And for men and women over 60, this matters more than ever. Because after 60, everything changes. Blood flow slows, arteries stiffen, energy levels drop, and those private, intimate moments, they start to feel more like memories than part of your present reality. You might have noticed it already. Cold hands and feet, numbness, fatigue that just won't go away, a lack of stamina when it matters most. And let's not ignore the elephant in the room. Your confidence and performance have taken a hit too. But what if I told you, the way you drink apple cider vinegar could be the key to unlocking better circulation, sharper energy, and yes, even firmer, more reliable intimacy, not years from now, but starting this week. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact way to drink apple cider vinegar to naturally improve blood flow, boost energy, and reignite your intimacy even after 60. And I'll also show you a bonus trick to double its effect, something most people have never heard of. A natural way to support healthy blood flow in your entire body without relying on medications or side effects. So if you've tried drinking apple cider vinegar before and felt nothing, or even worse, got heartburn or discomfort, don't go anywhere. Because you're about to learn the real reason it wasn't working and what to do instead to feel more alive, more confident, and more in control again. Starting with 1 glass each morning. Let's begin. My name is Dr. Henry. I've spent over 30 years specializing in men's health with a particular focus on blood flow, energy, and performance after the age of 60. I've worked with thousands of men who were tired of being told it's just aging every time they brought up their concerns, whether it was low energy, poor sleep, or struggles with intimacy. And I'll tell you this, it's not just aging, it's about circulation. It's about nitric oxide. It's about how your body is either working with you or against you every single day. And sometimes the fix doesn't come from a prescription pad. Sometimes it starts with a teaspoon of something you already have in your kitchen. That's why I make these videos. To give you the same honest, natural strategies I use with my patients behind closed doors, backed by science, not gimmicks. And always focused on real lasting results for people who want to feel strong, confident, and connected again, especially in the second half of life. So if you're over 60 and you're ready to stop guessing, ready to stop wasting time on health fads that do nothing, and finally want to see results that matter, you're in the right place. Let me show you how. The hidden circulation crisis. After 60, let's talk about what's really going on inside your body after 60. You see, most people don't realize that the very first system in the body to start slowing down as we age isn't your muscles, your joints, or even your memory. It's your circulation. Blood flow is the silent engine behind nearly everything you care about: your energy, your sleep, your focus, your strength, and yes, your intimacy. But after 60, that engine doesn't run the same. Your blood vessels lose flexibility. They stiffen. Your nitric oxide levels, your body's natural vasodilator, drop by more than 50%. That means less oxygen and nutrients reach your muscles, your brain, and even your most private areas. You may not feel it right away, but then it creeps in. Cold hands and feet even when the room's warm. You find yourself out of breath walking up the stairs. Your legs feel heavier. Your memory gets foggier. You feel less like yourself. And those special moments with your partner, they start to fade, not just physically, but emotionally. Some men begin to wake up without those familiar morning signals. Others feel a growing sense of frustration or embarrassment, and many don't even talk about it, assuming this is just what happens. But it's not just nature. It's not just age. It's blood flow. Poor circulation starves your body of vitality. It drains your stamina. And over time, it chips away at your confidence, one quiet moment at a time. That's why I call it the hidden crisis. because it doesn't hit you all at once. It slowly takes away the things that make life feel vibrant and full, and by the time most men notice it, they're already struggling to get them back. But here's the good news: you can change it. You can rebuild circulation. You can reactivate nitric oxide. You can support healthy blood flow and bring life back to the areas that need it most naturally. And surprisingly, it starts with something as simple as how you drink a single tablespoon of apple cider vinegar each morning, but only if you do it right. We'll get to that in just a moment. But first, let me tell you about someone who thought it was too late until everything changed. My patient's story, a true wake-up call. His name was Frank, a 67-year-old retired electrician from Ohio. Stoic, straight-talking, the kind of man who didn't complain, didn't ask for help, and certainly didn't talk about his health unless absolutely necessary. But something had shifted. He sat across from me during his first appointment, staring at the floor, hands folded tightly in his lap. After a moment of silence, he looked up and said quietly, "Doc, I don't feel like a man anymore." That hit me hard. And not just because of the words, but because I'd heard them before. From other good men, proud men. Men who had always provided, protected, and persevered, until their own bodies started turning against them. Frank described how things had changed over the last 2 years. It started small. He felt more tired than usual. Then his feet were always cold. Then he noticed he didn't wake up with morning energy the way he used to. Eventually, even intimacy with his wife, his partner of over 40 years, became rare. Not because he didn't want it, but because he couldn't make it happen. He tried everything: vitamins, supplements, one of those little blue pills which only gave him a headache and a flushed face. Nothing worked. And every failure made him withdraw more. But Frank wasn't broken, he was blocked. His circulation was sluggish. His nitric oxide levels were nearly depleted. His body was screaming for blood flow, but his lifestyle and time were working against him. I gave Frank a simple plan: no expensive drugs, no invasive treatments, just a change to his morning routine. Every morning he followed a ritual, starting with a special apple cider vinegar drink. It took less than 5 minutes, but it primed his blood vessels, activated nitric oxide, and gave his body the fuel it needed to deliver oxygen and nutrients where they mattered most. Within the first week, Frank felt warmer, lighter, more awake. By day 10, his wife told him something she hadn't said in years: "You've got your spark back." And by the end of the month, Frank walked into my office with a grin on his face and a spring in his step. He said, "Doc, I don't just feel like a man again. I feel like a younger version of me." And it all started with a tablespoon of vinegar, taken the right way. The science, how apple cider vinegar really works. Now let's get into the science, because this isn't just some old wives' tale or internet trend. When used properly, apple cider vinegar, or ACV, can actually support several key systems in the body that directly influence your circulation and performance, especially after 60. And it starts with one word: acetic acid. Acetic acid is the active compound in apple cider vinegar. It's what gives vinegar its sour taste and its powerful effects. When acetic acid enters your system, it kickstarts a chain reaction that affects your blood sugar, insulin response, digestion, and yes, blood flow. Let's break it down. First, acetic acid improves insulin sensitivity. Why does that matter for circulation? Because high insulin levels stiffen your blood vessels. That leads to poor flow, fatigue, and dysfunction in all the wrong places. But when your body handles sugar more efficiently, your arteries relax. Your blood can move freely, and nitric oxide, the molecule that helps blood vessels expand, starts doing its job again. Next, ACV activates a special enzyme in your cells called AMPK, often referred to as the metabolic master switch. When AMPK is activated, your body becomes better at burning fat, reducing inflammation, and cleaning up damaged cells. All of this leads to healthier blood vessels, improved mitochondrial function, and better energy flow throughout your body. Now here's the part that surprises most people. Apple cider vinegar also helps support the production of nitric oxide, the key molecule responsible for widening your blood vessels and allowing blood to flow efficiently. Without enough nitric oxide, your circulation slows down. And when that happens, the consequences show up quickly, especially in men. Several clinical studies have shown that regular intake of apple cider vinegar, especially before meals, can help lower triglycerides, reduce blood pressure, and enhance vascular function. And better blood flow doesn't just mean more energy during the day, it means better performance when it counts. There's also a powerful gut connection here. Apple cider vinegar helps rebalance your gut microbiome, and recent research has shown that a healthier gut leads to healthier blood flow. The microbes in your gut actually play a role in nitric oxide conversion. That's right, your stomach bacteria help your blood vessels expand. So when you support your gut, you support your circulation. Let's not forget the anti-inflammatory effects. Chronic inflammation is one of the biggest enemies of healthy blood flow. It damages the inner lining of your arteries, making it harder for blood to reach your extremities, especially areas like your feet, hands, brain, and genitals. But ACV contains polyphenols and antioxidants that help calm inflammation and protect your blood vessels from oxidative stress. In short, here's what's happening when you take apple cider vinegar the right way. Your insulin stabilizes, your nitric oxide goes up, your arteries relax, your inflammation goes down, and your blood flows like it should. This is why men like Frank start feeling better fast. Because their bodies want to work well, they just need the right fuel. And when apple cider vinegar is combined with other natural nitric oxide boosters, which I'll share in just a few minutes, the results can be dramatic. But before we get to that, let me show you the biggest mistakes people make with ACV and how those mistakes can cancel out all the benefits we just talked about. The wrong way, how most people ruin it. Let me guess. You've probably tried apple cider vinegar before, right? Maybe you took a quick shot in the morning or added a splash to your water once in a while. Maybe you even mixed it with juice or just powered through the sour burn without thinking twice. And still, nothing changed. No more energy, no better blood flow, maybe even some heartburn, tooth sensitivity, or a sour stomach afterward. That's not your fault. Most people never learn the right way to use apple cider vinegar. Instead, they follow random advice online, take it inconsistently, and then wonder why nothing improves. Let's talk about the 3 biggest mistakes I see over and over again. Mistake number 1, drinking it straight. This is by far the most common mistake. People pour out a tablespoon, throw it back like a shot of whiskey, and cringe as it burns its way down. Don't do that. Undiluted vinegar is extremely acidic. It can erode tooth enamel, irritate your esophagus, and upset your stomach lining. Over time, it can actually do more harm than good. Your goal isn't to shock your system, it's to support it. Mistake number 2, taking it at the wrong time. Timing matters a lot. If you're sipping vinegar randomly throughout the day or after a big heavy meal, your body won't absorb it properly. You miss the metabolic window where apple cider vinegar can actually help lower blood sugar, increase nitric oxide, and improve vascular response. There's a specific time of day when your body is most responsive to the effects of ACV, and I'll show you exactly when that is in a moment. Mistake number 3, using the wrong type of vinegar. Not all vinegars are created equal. That filtered clear stuff in the plastic bottle, skip it. What you need is raw, unfiltered, organic apple cider vinegar with the mother. The mother is that cloudy, stringy substance floating inside the bottle. It contains living enzymes, probiotics, and beneficial bacteria that supercharge the health effects. Without it, you're just drinking flavored acid. So to recap, don't drink it straight. Don't take it whenever you feel like it. Don't use the cheap filtered version. If you're going to do this, do it right. Because when you avoid these common mistakes and follow the correct method, apple cider vinegar becomes more than a trend, it becomes a tool. A way to unlock better energy, better circulation, and a better connection with yourself and your partner. So let's fix it. Coming up next, the exact way to prepare and drink apple cider vinegar to maximize results. Not just for digestion or weight loss, but for blood flow performance and youthful energy. Starting tomorrow morning. The right way, the morning ritual that works all right. Let's get into it. This is the part that changes everything when apple cider vinegar stops being just another health gimmick and starts becoming your secret weapon for circulation performance and vitality after 60. I call it the morning circulation ritual. It takes less than 5 minutes, but it sets your entire day on the right track. Here's exactly what you need to do. Start with 1 tablespoon of raw, unfiltered, organic apple cider vinegar. Make sure it has the mother. This is where the beneficial enzymes and probiotics live. That's your base. Now don't drink it straight. We're going to build a powerful morning tonic around it. Pour the vinegar into a glass of warm, not hot water, about 8 to 10 ounces. Warm water helps stimulate digestion and dilates blood vessels, slightly giving your body a head start. Then add the following juice of half a lemon. Lemon juice adds vitamin C and alkalizing minerals. It also enhances the taste and helps balance your internal pH. But more importantly, it supports nitric oxide production. Yes, even citrus does that. A pinch of cayenne pepper, just a small dash. Cayenne naturally increases circulation, raises body temperature, and supports healthy blood vessel expansion. It also gives the drink a little kick to wake up your system. Optional 1 teaspoon of organic honey. If the taste is too strong, a teaspoon of raw honey makes it smoother. It also offers anti-inflammatory benefits and gives a gentle energy lift. Mix it all together. Stir well. Now here's the key. Drink it on an empty stomach first thing in the morning, about 20 to 30 minutes before breakfast. Why before breakfast? Because your body is in a fasted state. Your insulin levels are low, your blood vessels are more receptive, and your gut is ready to absorb the nutrients without interference. This is the perfect window to trigger a nitric oxide response and jumpstart your metabolism. What happens next? Within 10 minutes, many people feel a gentle warmth in their chest or stomach. That's your circulation kicking in. Your blood vessels start to expand. You'll likely notice more alertness, lighter digestion, and yes, even an increased feeling of energy in places you haven't felt in a while. Over time, days, not months, this ritual begins to retrain your body. Your hands and feet feel warmer, your morning stiffness eases, your mind feels clearer, and your bedroom confidence begins to quietly return. This isn't just about blood pressure or heart health. It's about reconnecting with your body, feeling control again, getting back what time tried to take away, and you only need to do it once per day every morning. I tell my patients to treat it like brushing your teeth. It's not a one-time fix, it's a new standard, a new rhythm, a new ritual to live by. Just 1 glass, warm water, apple cider vinegar, lemon, cayenne, optional honey, 5 ingredients, 5 minutes. And it opens the door to the next chapter of your health. But what if you want to go even further? What if you want to take this ritual and turn it into a full-body performance protocol? There's one more thing you can add to supercharge this routine, and it's something I recommend to all of my patients who want results fast. We'll talk about that next. What to expect. Day by day benefits timeline. So now that you know the right way to take apple cider vinegar each morning, what can you actually expect to feel? Let's walk through what typically happens when men and women over 60 start this daily ritual. I'll break it down day by day because when you understand the timeline, you'll stick with it long enough to see the transformation. Days 1-3, the awakening phase. At first, you'll likely notice subtle shifts. Your stomach feels lighter after meals. You may experience fewer sugar cravings. Your body begins adjusting to better blood sugar control and improved digestion. Some people report a gentle warming sensation in their chest or fingertips after drinking the morning tonic. That's blood flow increasing. That's nitric oxide doing its job. That's a good sign. And mentally, you might feel more clear-headed, less fog, more focus in the morning. Days 4-7, the circulation kickstart. By now, the daily dose of acetic acid, lemon, and cayenne has begun activating key pathways in your body. Your hands and feet may feel warmer during the day. You may find it easier to walk upstairs or go for longer walks without tiring out. If intimacy has been lacking, you may notice something surprising, those familiar morning signals beginning to return. And if you've been bloated or irregular, you'll likely notice smoother digestion, flatter stomach, and better appetite control. Days 8-10, the energy reset. This is when most men report feeling different. You wake up with more energy even before your coffee. Your stamina is better. You don't feel as drained by mid-afternoon, and your mind's sharper. Blood is flowing more freely now. Your arteries are starting to respond like they did years ago, and you feel it not just physically but emotionally. That sense of control, that quiet confidence, it comes back. You're not just going through the motions anymore, you're living again. Day 10 plus, the new normal. From here, things just keep improving. The morning ritual becomes part of your rhythm. You crave it. It centers you. And while everyone else is reaching for more pills, more caffeine, or more frustration, you found something better. Your circulation improves, your intimacy returns, your confidence rebuilds, and all you had to do was take a few simple steps each morning. But if you want to take this to the next level, if you want to amplify this progress and help your body create even more nitric oxide for even better results, there's a way to do it. It's natural, it's powerful, and it works hand in hand with your new morning ritual. Let's talk about that next. Intimacy connection. Why circulation? Performance. Let's connect the dots. Because for many men over 60, the biggest concern isn't energy or digestion. It's performance. And here's the blunt truth: if your blood doesn't flow, nothing else works. See, when we talk about circulation, we're not just talking about the heart or legs. We're talking about the entire vascular system, especially the arteries that feed blood to the areas that matter most during intimacy. An erection isn't a mystery, it's a hydraulic process. It's about pressure, blood flow, expansion, and most importantly, nitric oxide, the molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and widen so that blood can rush in. But after 60, your body produces far less nitric oxide. Your arteries become stiff. Your vessel linings, called the endothelium, lose their flexibility. The result: weaker response, shorter duration, less confidence, and more frustration. This is why so many men feel like they've lost their edge. It's not that the desire is gone, it's that the machinery isn't responding. And it's not just physical, it's emotional, it's relational. When things aren't working, men often retreat. They stop initiating. They avoid closeness, not because they don't care, but because they're afraid of failure. But this is where the story can change. Because when you improve blood flow, you improve everything. Your energy returns, your confidence grows, your connection deepens, and your partner notices. That's what Frank experienced. He didn't just feel stronger, he felt present again, more available, more engaged, more connected to his wife, and it all started with fixing his circulation. The apple cider vinegar ritual you've just learned is the first step. It primes the body, reawakens blood flow, supports nitric oxide, clears the pathways that time and tension have blocked. But for men who want to go further, for those who want to amplify this process and make blood flow restoration even faster and more effective, there's one more thing I recommend. It's a natural enhancer, something that works with your body, not against it, something that builds on the progress you've already made with your morning vinegar ritual, and it's called Nitric Boost. Let me show you what it is and how it fits into this new chapter of your life. Bonus secret: add this to Supercharge results. If you've made it this far, you already understand the power of apple cider vinegar. You've seen how it can awaken circulation, support blood vessel function, and reignite energy and intimacy. But what if you could take that progress and double it? What if you could supercharge your body's ability to produce nitric oxide naturally, so that every heartbeat pumped more life into your body, more warmth to your hands and feet, and more power where it matters most? That's where Nitric Boost comes in. This isn't a pill. It's not a pharmaceutical. It's a natural hardening tonic powder designed specifically to support circulation and nitric oxide production, especially in men over 60. Let me break it down for you. Nitric Boost contains a powerful blend of ingredients known for their vascular benefits: beetroot extract, a natural source of dietary nitrates which convert into nitric oxide in the body. This is the same compound that athletes use for endurance and performance. But here it's helping you feel stronger, more energetic, and more responsive. L-citrulline, an amino acid that directly fuels nitric oxide production. Studies show that citrulline helps reduce blood pressure, improve blood flow, and enhance performance both in the gym and the bedroom. Pine bark extract, a clinically studied compound that helps relax blood vessels and improve endothelial function. It's especially helpful for men dealing with stiffness and reduced response. Vitamin C and B complex, to support energy metabolism and antioxidant protection, ensuring your body uses these nutrients effectively. And here's the beauty: Nitric Boost pairs perfectly with your apple cider vinegar morning drink. You mix the vinegar tonic first, drink it on an empty stomach, and then stir a scoop of Nitric Boost into water juice or your morning smoothie about 15 to 20 minutes later. This creates a two-step protocol for blood flow. Vinegar opens the gate, clearing the way, reducing insulin resistance, prepping the body. Nitric Boost fills the system, flooding your blood vessels with the compounds they need to expand, relax, and perform. It's the difference between trickling results and turbocharged progress. My patients who use this combination report faster improvement, longer-lasting results, and a renewed sense of confidence, not just in the bedroom, but throughout the entire day. And the best part, it's completely natural. No synthetic chemicals, no hidden ingredients, just clean, proven circulation, support you can feel. So if you're serious about this, if you're ready to not only feel alive again, but to live like it, consider adding Nitric Boost to your daily routine. You'll find a link below this video where you can learn more. Thousands of men over 60 have already made the switch from struggle to strength, and it starts with one drink and one decision. Expert summary. What to do tomorrow morning. All right, let's bring it all together. You've just learned the truth about circulation, about nitric oxide, about why things change after 60, and more importantly, how to take control again. So here's exactly what to do tomorrow morning. No guesswork, no confusion, just a simple checklist that's been changing lives in under 10 minutes a day. Step 1. Go to your kitchen and grab a bottle of raw, unfiltered organic apple cider vinegar with the mother. Not the clear stuff, not the synthetic kind, the real deal. Step 2. In a glass of warm water, mix 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, juice from half a lemon, a pinch of cayenne pepper, optional 1 teaspoon of organic honey. Stir it up. Step 3. Drink it on an empty stomach, first thing in the morning, about 20 to 30 minutes before breakfast. Step 4. About 15 to 20 minutes later, mix a scoop of Nitric Boost with water or juice. Drink that too. This 2-step morning protocol opens your blood vessels, energizes your body, boosts nitric oxide, and sets the tone for a full day of clarity, movement, confidence, and connection. You'll feel the difference. Within 3 days, lighter digestion, better focus. Within 7 days, warmer hands and feet, more stamina. Within 10 days, improved intimacy, restored drive. This is your morning blueprint. Not just for better health, but for reclaiming your body, your spark, and your sense of power after 60. You don't need to overhaul your life. You don't need expensive treatments. You just need consistency. 1 glass, 1 scoop, every day. And with this ritual in place, you're not just supporting your circulation, you're building a stronger, more vibrant version of yourself. 1 morning at a time, from struggle to strength. Let me tell you how this story ends, or more accurately, how it begins again. Remember Frank, the 67-year-old who walked into my office feeling defeated, disconnected, and unsure of what was left for him in this next chapter of life. Well, that man isn't the same anymore. Today, Frank is up by 6 a.m., starting each day with his apple cider vinegar drink and a scoop of Nitric Boost. He walks every morning with his wife, who recently told me I've got my husband back. He doesn't cancel plans because of fatigue. He doesn't avoid intimacy out of fear or shame. He's living again with purpose, vitality, and pride. And here's the best part, Frank isn't an exception. He's just one of many. Men all over the country, men who thought their best days were behind them, are discovering that the real problem was blood flow. And the real solution didn't come from a pharmacy, it came from knowledge, from consistency, from something as simple as starting the morning the right way. You see, strength after 60 doesn't come from trying to be 25 again. It comes from honoring your body, supporting it, and giving it what it needs to work better, not harder. Better blood flow means better movement, better thinking, better connection, and yes, better performance when it counts most. The truth is, aging doesn't have to be a slow decline. Not when you understand how to support your circulation, fire up your nitric oxide, and take back control with natural strategies that work. Frank made that decision. Thousands of others have too. Now it's your turn. Your story doesn't end here. In fact, it's just getting started. And it all begins with 1 simple glass tomorrow morning. If this message resonated with you, if you saw yourself in Frank's story, if you've been feeling the shift in your body and wondering what to do about it, then now's the time to act. Not tomorrow, not next week, now. Because change doesn't happen with big dramatic moves. It happens with small daily choices. And it starts with just one glass of warm water, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, a few drops of lemon, a pinch of cayenne. And if you're ready to go further, 1 scoop of nitric boost. That's it. Simple, natural, powerful. If you found this video helpful, I'd be honored if you'd take a moment to give it a like, so more people over 60 can discover how to take back control of their circulation and performance naturally. Leave a comment. Let me know how you feel after trying this. Your story might inspire someone else. Subscribe for more tips, tools, and proven strategies to help you feel stronger, sharper, and more alive at any age. And if you're ready to take the next step, check the link below to learn more about Nitric Boost, a natural tonic trusted by thousands of men to support healthy blood flow and confidence without side effects. You have the power to change your story. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need to decide right now that you're worth the effort. So tomorrow morning, try the ritual. You've got nothing to lose and everything to gain.